I've wanted to take a train trip for quite a while, but every time it came up on a short trip, I talked myself into just getting a rental car instead because that was the easiest thing to do and because I thought it was more cost effective. But not this time. This time, I booked a roomette, which I've never done before, so this whole video is basically me finding out in real time if that was a good call or not. Consider this a field trip, and I'm taking you along for the ride. I almost didn't make it on this train because I gave myself plenty of time this morning to get ready. Went downstairs, checked out, but then I ran into a coworker and then we got to talking. All of a sudden I looked down and it is really close to the time that I'm supposed to get on this train. So I started to order a Uber and it was gonna take 10 minutes to get to me. And then I was like, I will literally miss this train if I wait for an Uber. So I canceled that and then I ordered a Lyft and it said it was 4 minutes away. So when he got there, I was like, please, if you can just step on it and try to go as fast as you can because I'm about to miss this train. And he didn't seem fazed at all. He was like, not my problem, basically. I mean, that's fair. It is not his problem. The bigger issue was the Austin traffic because I didn't know the route, so I didn't know that it had to go through downtown. And there was so much traffic.
Get all the way up front. Your attendant Jonathan will show you to your room. Sleeper?
Roomette?
Yeah, safe. Allison Sharpe, Sharpe Records. Head all the way up to the front. Your attendant Jonathan will show you to your room.
Thank you.
Which number are we? Room 6, going to Dallas.
Yes.
Now you're going to go to your right up the stairs, then you're going to make another right. Right. You got it?
I think so. Thank you. I got to the train station with just a few minutes to spare, but I did make it in time. I think I had maybe 6 or 7 minutes before the train was going to leave. There's literally only one train the whole day. So the train leaves at about 9:30 in the morning. Whew, I almost didn't make it. That is the only train of the day, but thank God that I made this train.
Good morning, Miss Allison. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. So I'm Jonathan. I'll be your attendant till Dallas. You'll have breakfast and lunch with us. So if you want to have some breakfast, it's open now. And then you get lunch as well later on. But for lunch, Aaron comes around and does reservations and pre-orders for lunch. Okay. Dining car's right next door. So if you're interested in having lunch, you can head on over there now. Unless you want me to take your order and bring it back to your room, I can do that as well. Okay. Anything other than that, restroom, last door to your right. We have 3 restrooms downstairs, and if you need anything, you have that yellow call button. Let me know if you need anything, okay?
All right, great.
And then the observation car, if you want to check that out, it's going to be 2 cars back, okay?
Perfect.
Yeah. All right, let me know if you
All right,
need
this is
anything.
exciting. Thanks. I think this might be a roll. Ooh, it's hot and steamy. Hot.
Good morning, Amtrak passengers. At this time, the dining car attendants are going to be coming around doing lunch reservations for today.
I just got my breakfast and they're already going to come around taking reservations for lunch. So I need to figure out what I want. It's probably going to be overkill because I don't usually eat a big breakfast, if any at all, but I'm still going to order something because it's included in the price, so I'm going to do it. It's between the turkey sub and the cheeseburger. I think I'm going to go with the sub. That seems a little bit lighter. It does come with dessert, and listen, I've been fasting from sugar for like 20-something days. I'm going to get it because this is the experience, and I'm really only partaking in sugar when I'm with someone else or if I'm partaking in an experience. So it's between the vanilla butter cake and the chocolate brownie. We're in Texas. I gotta get the butter cake. All right, so back to breakfast. Got my butter for my roll, pure honey, salt and pepper, ketchup. And they're really stacking up the condiments. Little salsas. I did order 2 breakfasts because I wanted something sweet and something savory.
Hey there.
Hi.
You gonna have some lunch today?
Sure.
What you gonna have?
Barely just eat my breakfast, so I'm like,
know.
oh, let's see, what do I want? Maybe I'll try the turkey
Yeah,
sub.
do that.
Can I also get that butter cake?
Definitely.
Is it delicious?
It's one of the best ones.
Oh,
I mean, the browning's good, but
we're in Texas, so
I know.
butter cake.
It's a gooey one, so.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Do you want anything to drink? We also have Dr. Pepper that's on there.
You have ginger ale?
What do you?
Yeah, I'll take ginger ale.
Do you want to come in or do you want to eat in here?
I'll eat in here.
Gotcha. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I just unwrapped my 2 breakfasts and oh my gosh, does this look good. I got the omelet plate. Looks good. But this looks really good. Apple bourbon crepes. It is piping hot. I mean, the bottom of this is just hot, but it looks so good. It smells so fragrant. Fresh apples and raisins. Oof, this looks good. I mean, these eggs, they look a little bit, lackluster, but ow. Yeah. All right, I mean, they have flavor. They have salt and stuff on it. I'm not mad. It's a little buttery too, so I'm not mad at that. Let's give a potato a try. Ooh, those aren't crispy. They're kind of like squish when you bite into it. I'm not gonna eat the sausage because it seems like every time I eat sausage, it irritates my gallbladder and then I get a gallbladder attack, so I'm just gonna leave that alone. But the eggs are pretty good. They got cheese in the middle. Pretty good. All right, bro. I give this 3 snack packs. The grapes, let's dig in. Dang, this is hot. That is really, really good. I like the fresh apples on top. I'm going to eat a little bit more of this breakfast and then I'm gonna go check out the restrooms, which doesn't sound as exciting, but if you're taking a train, you wanna see what that's all about. I think I could also take a shower if I wanted to, but this trip is only about 6 hours, so I will obviously not need a shower in the 6 hours, but if you pay for a roomette, you do get access to a shower. Some of the people riding this train are on here to Chicago, maybe even further, I don't know where all it goes. And then after that, I'm gonna give a room tour. Rugged, but it's about the size of a bathroom on an airplane. Super, super small. It took so long in the bathroom that we had to stop. We're in Taylor, Texas. I don't know how long the stop is, if I can get out for a few minutes or not. All right, since we're at a stop, this might be a good time to do the room tour because otherwise this train has been moving back and forth like heavy. So let's get into it. First things first, there's a nice sliver of a mirror. There's a little place to set stuff. That's my breakfast that I just ate. And there's a little place to just maybe put your shoes. And then there's a little trash can down here, which I think is very cute. A coat hook. And then you have your first seat. And it's really wide and spacious. They give you this little pillow. It's a nice, cushion. A reading light. Connectors. And then you have your yellow call button if you need any help from the attendant or if you want to order something. I think that's the light for up top. Let's try. Oh yeah. And we're going again. Okay. Nice large windows, and you can close these down if you want. If you wanted to get a nice little snooze going. Cup holder. I already showed you the table when I ate, and they have instructions here. And actually, if I was going to be on the train for dinner, they have a whole dinner menu with a salad. They got beef, Asian meatballs, butter chicken, glazed salmon, fettuccine alfredo. And then they even have like bar selections for the drinkers. So the other chair is pretty much the same. They also do give you 2 waters. And it's pretty much the same right over here, except for you have a plug. You can adjust the temperature in here, and then another reading light. You have some coat hangers, hand towels, the heating and AC, which is doing its job right now because it is hot and muggy here in Texas. And they got another light, and you have these curtains, so you could totally open up to see, out into the hall if you wanted. But I like my privacy. I paid for this room and I'm gonna have some privacy. And then you have an actual door that you can close, and then more curtains. So I'm just keeping the curtains closed, and I have my door closed. Now, if I was gonna go on a longer trip, these 2 seats connect to make a bed. So you'll see here, push for bed. I don't really know, and like lift to recline. All right, and then you can put your luggage on this little ledge there and put the strap around it so it doesn't shimmy around. There's also a little cavity down here where you could put a little backpack or your laptop or something like that. But for my purposes, this is working out just fine. I started out sitting in that seat to start, but then I was facing backwards and I was feeling a little bit motion sickness. So then I took half of a meclizine, which is like Dramamine, and I moved to this seat, so I'm just facing forward like you would in a car. Got a lot of beautiful trees, and it's been sprinkling a little bit. That train horn goes off way more than I thought it was going to, but I get it. They need to alert people that the train's coming. Now, if you're going on a longer trip, this thing up here is a bed, so you could pull this thing down. It's hard to see, but I'm not gonna do it. Oh, and now I figured out what these things are for. They're holding up the bed, and then you can pull it down and it comes down to here, and then you're like laying up in that bed. Here's sort of a different view of the bed over. So this whole thing just folds all the way down to about here so that you can sleep up there. All right, so I got to get a little bit of work done, so let's enjoy some scenery on this train, wait for our lunch, and then later on I'll tell you how much all of this costs. Texas. I think I've ever been to Santa Fe Depot, Railroad and Heritage Museum. Oh, that's cool. Really good. Alright, let me not get too far ahead. miss this train with all my stuff on it. Also, on a side note, this train does not have Wi-Fi, and I did not know that until I got on the train, and I was like, I need to do a little work, so what am I going to do now? And even if you use your phone to do things, it's kind of spotty because throughout the trip, it's just a lot of like cornfields and farms and stuff like that. So I had to call Verizon and add a hotspot onto my phone plan. Now you got to pay for $10 for the month, even though I only needed it for today, but I added it on because I needed to get some work done. So you can plug your phone into your computer and then work off of your phone's hotspot. And it was still fairly spotty, but at least I got some of my work done. But if you need strong internet connection on the train, this is maybe not the train for you. Bro, this whole time, I've been going all the way down to another train car to go to the bathroom because I thought he said it's at the end of the train. But what I realized is he said it was at the end of this hall. You could actually see it from my room. Just literally right, that last door is a bathroom. Oh well, at least I got my steps in. Okay, so now we're in Cleburne, Texas. I think I still have about 2 hours to go, but it seems like we're getting pretty close. Also, you can make reservations for lunch if you want to eat in the dining car, and they'll set you up with a table and stuff like that. But since I paid for a roomette, then I'm just gonna enjoy my lunch here in this car. And they delivered it about noon, so I already got it. It's about 1 o'clock now. I was just catching up on some work, and I wasn't quite hungry because I had breakfast already. But now I'm a little bit hungry, so I'm gonna dive into this sandwich. All right, what's for lunch? First things first, I got a ginger ale. Ooh, cup of ice, which I probably should have noticed earlier because it's been sitting here for over an hour. Silverware. A cup of condiments. The main event. Wow, this is huge. This sandwich is huge. And chips. And then, for dessert, Frank and Louise butter cakes. Oh, nice little plastic plate. Pretty big sandwich. It's definitely very shaky in parts, like you're turbulence, but on the tracks. Turkey and cheddar, super basic. It's pretty cold, like it's kind of a stiff sandwich. That bread is dense. Ooh, it's tasty, but it's a very chewy, dense bread around this. Maybe 3 snack bags. I also forgot to rate my crepes this morning. I'm gonna give those 4 snack bags. As you can see, we're stopped. They made an announcement that there's some train traffic ahead of us, so we need to stop for a little bit, which is okay with me because it'll give me time to eat this butter cake. It's like a little puck. Just break it in half. All right. Cheers. You know what this tastes exactly like? Those butter cookies that you get in the tin around Christmas time. I usually still like the ones with the hard crystal sugary things on top. It's so good. This tastes exactly like that, but in a cake form. This is a really good packaged cake, butter cake. I'm gonna save my ginger ale for later. Not sure how long this delay is gonna be, but I got my work done. So now I can enjoy the last 2 hours just relaxing, staring out the window. And then at the end, I'll share with you if I think this was worth it, not worth it from this trip on the Texas Eagle. cups. You get some water. It's really nice. I mean, you know, if I was here longer, maybe I'd walk through the city. But there's not much to do in 10 minutes.
Hello, man. Can you help with anything?
No, just looking around.
Okay, have a beautiful day.
Thanks, you too. Yeah, there's not much down here. Well, that was uneventful. But you get to see a little bit of downtown Fort Worth. It's this little Fort Worth Limited Car 25, one of the 4 electric motor cars ordered by the Northern Texas Traction Company in 1913. Oh, this is the actual train station. Oh, Greyhound. Yeah, train station and Greyhound. It's big in here. It's nice. Dang. This is a nice train station. I wonder what the one in Dallas is going to look like. Alright, the Dallas station is really big, but not as nice, I don't think, as the Austin one. Man, just sitting here waiting at the stop for that long, I was starting to fall asleep. So we're finally moving. That took longer than 15 minutes, that's for sure. Alright, I am pretty much ready to get to Dallas now. That was a 6-hour train trip, and that went by like that. Probably because I had to work some of that time. I wish that I would have had time to just like fold out this little 2-seat bed situation and take a little snooze on that train ride, but maybe next time. Now, as we're rounding out our trip from Austin to Dallas, let's talk about cost and was it worth it. So initially I bought a ticket for $18, and that was for one of those regular seats. You can either go choose one that's at the top level or the bottom level. I chose the top level. I don't know if you can choose a seat like window or aisle. I'm not sure. I think it's first come, first serve. Then about a week before this trip, they sent me an email from Amtrak saying, hey, if you want to upgrade to a roomette or a sleeper car, you can bid on a room. So I knew I didn't want to pay for a sleeper car because I'm like, that's for a longer journey. I don't need a bed. So I was like, but a roomette, I've always wanted to try a roomette. So usually the cost is a little over $100, but you could bid as low as $76. So of course I'm like, I'm gonna bid the lowest because if I don't get it, I already have a seat up top. Now, by the way, I did go and look at the seats up top and they do look pretty cushy. I do think you have a little tray table so you could use your computer, but you do usually have to sit next to somebody you don't know. So there's not a lot of privacy there. And I'm not sure about the food situation. I think you have to go, if you want food, you have to go to the dining car and pay for it. I don't know how all that part works, but it's just a seat. And I mean, the seats looked fine to me. The other thing is you could go to the observation car and just sit up there, and it wasn't very full. Now you never know if it is going to be full or not, so that's taking a chance. But anyways, so I bid on the roomette at $76, and they tell you in the email that they're not going to let you know until a day or two before the trip. So I didn't know if I was going to get this roomette or just stick with my regular seat. But they came back just 2 days ago and they're like, yay, you won. You got the roomette for $76. So I was like, ooh, okay, that's a good deal, $76. But then I remembered I already paid $18. So then I was like, wait, did I just pay $18 plus $76? So I looked at my Amtrak account and sure enough, it was $18 plus $76. So it was $94. So about $100 for a 6-hour trip. I mean, renting a car was going to be probably a little over $100, I think. So, you know, it's about the same, I'd say. Plus, I didn't have to drive in traffic. It was just a nice experience. I know people always say, stop and smell the roses or take the scenic route. And I know those are cliche things to say, but those are sayings for a reason, because it is always better to take a journey that you usually don't take. And I mean, when am I ever really going to be taking a train? So it was also nice to have my food delivered here. But I don't know, you got breakfast and lunch, so that's included in the price as well. And you know, it's just a nice cozy little place. And also you have your luggage in your room and you can close the door, so if you do want to walk around, it's just a little bit more of your own personal space. So what do you think? Would you have spent $94 to have a little roomette for 6 hours? Also, if you've ever tried a roomette or a train trip, let me know in the comments how that was for you. If you enjoyed it, if you were like, I would pass on it, share it with the snack pack.
Top of Dallas, if you are leaving us here in Dallas, now is a good time to gather up your personal belongings, but remain seated until the train comes to a complete stop.
This is the first time I've tried a roomette. I really like it. I know that some of these longer trips are a lot more expensive, but for this price, for me, it was worth it. Would I do it again? Absolutely. I would totally do this again. And I give Texas Eagle 5 snack bags. I think it was a great trip, and now I'm looking forward to spending some much needed time with my family who's still in Dallas, Texas. So until next time, bye for now.
Snack time.